Know what you are, own it fully. Half commitments are just a slower way to lose. When you see everything moving at once, that's your signal. Something big is already in motion. Same storm, different reactions. Some people freeze, some adapt. Your response to a situation will always matter more than the situation itself. The rain doesn't care about you, but your next set of actions does. Not every mission succeeds. That's not failure. That's just how the world is wired. What you do after a failed rescue says more about you than the rescue ever could. Human dog, vampire girl, devil kid. Wild cast of characters, right? Judge none of them on looks. Everyone you meet, no matter how strange, has something to teach or something to test you with. Pay attention to both.
A lovely little appetizer.
Before the power moves, you learn the basics. Mastery starts boring. Every legend you've ever looked up to spent time on fundamentals that felt beneath them. Don't skip this part. Bro is using a lollipop. Use what you have. Make it count. Creativity under pressure is its own kind of strength. He goes hard, then he disappears. Silence is also a strategy. You don't have to be loud to be dangerous. Sometimes stepping back into the shadow is exactly the move. She's carrying something heavy and still showing up to fight. That's not weakness. That's discipline. You can feel things deeply and still do what needs to be done. Both can exist. Everything external eventually falls apart. Buildings, systems, plans. What's left standing when everything around you collapses?
Oh, look at that thing!
Bro, I can't look away either. But here's the thing. What you give your attention to grows. Sometimes, the most unsettling thing isn't the monster. It's realizing it's been watching you this whole time. You don't have to fight everything that comes at you. Knowing when to dodge is just as important as knowing when to swing. Pick your battles. Seriously.
What?
Some threats are just loud and massive and impossible to ignore. Don't let the size of a problem trick you into thinking it can't be solved. Scale is intimidating. Focus is not. Slicing it into pieces, big problem, smaller pieces, that's the whole game. And honestly, that's real life too. You can't eat a whole year at once, you can always take one swing. Something shifts in the atmosphere, and you feel it before you understand it. Pay attention to that feeling. Not everything important announces itself clearly.
Part of a search?
Some things you just have to sense.
Well, this is the rap king of Drop Island.
We are in the car now, and the beat is right. Enjoy the ride in between the fights. Life isn't only the hard moments. The moments in between are part of it too. You didn't walk here. You were brought here. Sometimes the path chooses you. The question isn't how you arrived. It's what you're going to do now that you're here.
Good luck, buddy!
Welcome to the Hetero Bureau of Anomaly Control.
There's always a structure trying to manage chaos. Systems exist because humans need order. But remember, the system serves a purpose, not the other way around. Don't confuse the building for the mission. Office with a giant eye watching you work. Act like you're always being watched. Not because you are, but because it keeps you honest. The version of you that shows up when no one's looking, that's the real you. Build that one.
Min says everyone has a unique scent, and she likes to nickname people based on what she smells.
She reads people differently. There's always more than one way to understand someone. Don't assume the way you see the world is the only valid one. The unusual perspective is often the honest one. In between levels, there is always a pause. Use it. Not every moment is a grind. Breathe. Reset. The doors will open soon enough, and when they do, you'll want to be ready. Tell you something. Speed feels productive, but clarity comes from the slower moments. Sometimes the hardest thing is to not rush.
I still have no memory of anything before.
No past, unknown future, and you're being asked to commit right now. That's not a bad thing. You don't need a full history to make a meaningful choice. You only ever have this moment. Sign. Move forward. The rest will come.
Consider it a thank you for helping nullify the hypervortex.
When chaos calls, you don't freeze, you move, formulate a solution. That's all there is to it. Investigate the anomaly. Curiosity is never wasted. You follow the unknown not because it's safe, but because standing still was never really an option. What is this, a fish? Not everything needs an explanation. Some things just exist. Weird, random, unexplained. Let it be. We came to help Mint. Purpose cuts through confusion. When you know why you're here, the strange stuff doesn't throw you off. Oddities just appeared. Deal with what's in front of you, not what might show up, not what already passed, just this. As I move forward, there are more oddities appeared. Progress doesn't mean the path clears up. Sometimes moving forward just reveals more to face. Keep moving anyway. Entering inside the tunnel. This place is strange. The space changed again from tunnel, and now we are inside the train. Expect the environment to shift. Comfort with change is a skill, and right now, we're leveling it up. Found another door to another dimension. This place felt unstable. Instability is not danger by itself. You can stand steady on unstable ground if your footing comes from within. A vending machine monster. Need to destroy it. Successful dodging can give critical riposte buff. Patience creates openings. Sometimes the best move isn't the aggressive one. It's the one that makes the enemy overcommit. There is too much noise. Mint keeps complaining about it. External noise is constant. What you choose to tune into, that's yours to decide. More oddities, and now they are trash cans with hands and feet. Nothing gets to be dismissed just because it looks ridiculous. It's still in the fight. In this corner, a different anomaly just showed up. This is the nexus of all the anomalies. A picture frame oddity. Every chaos has a center. Find the source, and suddenly everything else starts to make sense. This enemy can roll. Stay adaptable. The moment you think you figured out the pattern is usually the moment the pattern changes. Showcasing of skill, colorful cutscenes. There's a kind of joy in just being good at something and letting it show. Not arrogance, just presence. No matter how many attacks we did, it is still alive. But after Mint saying it is beautiful, the anomaly just disappeared. It was just waiting for someone to appreciate its beauty. Some things don't need to be defeated, they need to be seen. There's a kind of struggle that ends not with force, but with recognition. And that's a quiet kind of power.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.